What's this? A PS Vita prototype has showed up on eBay? I'm gonna buy it! Maybe not. Something about that intro sounds so familiar to me. Greetings, fellow Vita fans. This is James with PS Vita at 2 a.m. coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. And be sure to leave me your thoughts and opinions on this topic down in the comments section. Also, tell me how ridiculous you think this price is. So as crazy as this may sound, this is already the second PS Vita history prototype alpha build, whatever you want to call it, that we've seen this year alone in the year 2021. I know too, in the overall grand scheme of things may not seem like a lot, but it is. Trust me, these things don't happen very often, and I'm sure it has nothing at all to do with scalping. And for those who don't know what a prototype is, it's essentially an early build of said device before it went out to market. Something that's more along the lines of proof of concept, depending on how far back you go. So today we have a listing on eBay that is selling a PlayStation Vita prototype DEM-3000G CIB, which stands for complete in box, and they're calling it a holy grail. I don't know if I would consider personally something like this to be a holy grail in my opinion, but I mean, it is an interesting part of the PS Vita's history, so I guess it just depends on the collector. Fun fact here, it might be the only thing for the PS Vita in existence that's even more rare than 1001 Spike's physical release on the Vita. This is currently being sold from a user on eBay called Vandals Gaming, or Vandals Gaming? It's got to be one of those. And if you take a closer look at this early concept build for the Vita, you'll see here that in many cases it may have been what the Vita could have, would have, or even in some cases should have been. And speaking of the design choice for this system, if you look really even closer at it, it might kind of remind you of something from the past. Alright, I know the PSP Go wasn't setting the world on fire by any means, but it had a pretty cool design. And that's pretty much what the early designs of the PS Vita were. It was just essentially a PS Vita that looked like a PSP Go. And if we take a gander at this handheld, when it's flipped open, the similarities to it look even more uncanny. Yeah, this is basically a PSP but with the Vita's name. We have two analog sticks, a D-pad, select, start, triangle, circle, square, and X buttons. And of course our classic shoulder buttons and back touch features. And if you want to be even more jealous of what this prototype could have been in the retail market, it comes with a whopping 12 gigabytes of internal storage built right into the system. Yeah, that's a little bit more than we got in the retail one, where we only got about, what, a gig or so, and that was only in the 2000 model. Me getting an OLED PS Vita model back in my birthday of summer 2012, only to find out I couldn't play any of the games without a memory card. Priceless. Along with an HDMI port, which would allow you to hook it up to your TV screen, along with compatibility for a standard memory card slot. I'm getting so jealous here that I'm becoming blind. Oh, and if we take a gander at the back here, we can see a huge not for sale sign. I think this eBay seller has some splaining to do. Now, in all seriousness here, when I first saw the photos of this item on eBay, I thought for a second that it was the exact same model that went up back in 2019. Any of you remember that? But when I took a closer look at the serial numbers, it seems that no, these are in fact two different models. They just both happen to be filmed the same way. Now this eBay seller has even more splaining to do. However, unlike that past listing, this seller actually includes a picture of the box that the device comes in. And if we read what's on it, this device has not been authorized as required by the rules of the Federal Communication Commission. This device is not and may not be offered for sale or lease or sold or leased, I think they said that word twice, until authorization is obtained. This device is being imported for testing, evaluation, and suitability for marketing only, and not for sale. Oh, eBay seller, I think you were in some deep doo-doo. Nah, just kidding. So long as the seller legally acquired this item and it's not stolen, then hey, he's perfectly within his right to sell it. Now, you may remember at the beginning of the video that I said that this is one of the second things, prototypes, alpha builds, whatever you want to call it, that we have seen this year. What was the other one for those of you who may have missed that video that I made? Well, it was in fact one of the earliest prototype PS Vitas out there. Just how many of these exist? Now, I did talk about it in a previous video, at least as far as the listing went back then, but the YouTube channel Hard for Games actually got a hold of it in person. And I will have a link down below to that video for any of you out there who want to check it out, because it's really fascinating. And I won't sugarcoat anything here for you, it's just pretty much a cluster mess of screens, circuit boards, and wires. But what can you expect? It's basically the earliest known version of the Vita ever, so yeah, it is what it is. And In fact, it was such a discombobulated mess that the people over at Hard for Games couldn't really do much anything with it. That's some good English there that I spoke. And this was because the host PC that this would normally hook up to, we don't even know if it exists anymore. And while Tony was able to turn it on, because they didn't have the host PC, there wasn't a whole lot more they could do with it. You can plug in a DualShock 3 and the touch functionality in the back works. So hey, that's pretty cool. There's not a whole lot more I can say about this unit, but again, I will have Hard for Games official video linked down in the description so you can see it for yourselves. They go into more detail regarding it. I'm a technical noob, so what do I know? And I will have a link to the other prototype that I was talking to on eBay also down there. Wait, that I was talking to? Is it alive? In case anybody is looking to spend 30 grand on this excellent piece of PS Vita history. And if you are planning to, could I be your best friend? And that'll just about do it, guys. What are your thoughts on this? Would you love to own one of these pieces of technology of the Vita? Let me know down in the comments section. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. This video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous people who help make this content possible, including VG Legends, Robert Sylvester, Hector Gonzalez, Smug Wolf, Michael O'Connor, Kayonko, Sakib Alam, Burzin Mystery, 1488 Dental, Juan M. Hermosillo, Azumara, Ricardo Martinez, Eric DeWitt, Nintendo Switch at 2 AM, Colossus, Tasha Monty, Donut Valley, Crazy Cat, Mozgus, Romp King, Rizal Pliskin, Jamie, Matt Hargett, Dr. Super Artie, Robert Johnson, Makis Blob, Zake Blue 1, Zicrito, B Mystery, Frayden, Matt Fox, Reiko Star, Joseph Raismick, Shin Snake, Neo Arashi, Milk Sama, Mushin Ryu Cat, Alan Iwazuk, Gutter Drums, Phantom XRS, BMF, Hero Acer, Hemdall Imbert, Saul Ramirez, Clayton Malarkey, Adam Sondi, Kyle Brooks, Joshua Williams, PS Vita S, JR, Jared Haddo, Richard Cruz, E-Rock, Kevin Enright, Lori Sweeney, Jale, Heston Joseph, Per Sterner, Wendy K, Adam Thury, Aaron Swanson, H-Hitter, Larry Anderson, Rodrigo Vera, Sculpture Tugel TCG, and David Ray. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that can be provided too, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do this down there. Can't support in this manner? Don't worry about it. Likes and shares can help equally as much. So we talked a lot about prototypes in today's video, so I have a question for you all. How long do you think it'll be before we find a prototype of a prototype of a prototype for the Vita? Because of the way things are going, it wouldn't surprise me if we were to come across one of those very soon.